Hey, good day. Nice to see you here. My latest video about feeling stuck in a loop. Because you are not stuck in a loop. You can feel that you're stuck in a loop, that you are living Groundhog Day over and over and over again. It's one of my, I don't want to say favorite, but it is one of the movies that I find extremely funny. If you haven't seen it, it's super old. It's been made 500 years ago. It's called Groundhog Day, and Bill Murray plays in it. And yeah, so if you ever feel like you are in that movie, it's possible. And how that is possible, I will show you with a beautiful illustration. That was sarcastic, but I made an illustration and I'll show it to you in a second. First, I want to explain why it isn't possible that you are stuck in a loop. So you can feel it, yes, but you can't. The reason is we recreate our every new moment, our every now, every fraction of a second, maybe even less. I don't know. I don't know the timing. We are moving through a series of frames. And it would be like if you have a movie, and instead of a movie moving from one scene to another, you would put in the projector a frame that is the same for an hour. And you think that you are watching a standstill thing, that you are just watching one frame. But you aren't. You're watching the same frame in the course of an hour. So that is why you can never be stuck in a loop. You're recreating the same situation with your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs. So if you want to have a new experience, you have to change yourself from the inside. So now let's go to my beautiful illustration. Okay, illustration A. Can you see it? Yeah. So this is a green line. I used this green pencil to draw the green line, and I drew it 5 times. So 5 times I went stripe, 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 stripe. I think that's 5. So these are 5 different stripes in a green pencil on the same spot. But you can't see that there are 5 different. You think it's 1, but it's not. So this green line represents a reality that you might be feeling that you're stuck in. Now, second illustration. Now you see a circle, you see a purple line, a blue line, a green line, and a red line. And all of these represent different thoughts. So when you have a different thought, you get a different colored line. When you have a different thought, you might even get a circle in a different color, or a line in another angle. So that's how you create a different reality. The thing is, you have to trust that the new thoughts you're having will also have its effect. Sometimes it can be hard to trust that your new thoughts will create the new thing. And at one point you're like, you know what, never mind, this stuff doesn't work. But please do not go there. Just trust that as well as your current reality might feel like you're stuck in a certain loop, it took some time to create it. You had to be thinking and feeling the same way over and over and over again for you to experience this. And just as that, you will have to repeat the feeling, the new thoughts, the new feelings before you will see physical evidence of it. You know, everything first happens in framework 2, like a thought, you have a thought, and it is a reality in framework 2. Framework 1 is everything that you experience. This is from the teachings of Seth. Whenever you repeat the same thought, you create bulk, and when bulk has reached enough mass, then it will pop into framework 1. And you can't be sitting watching like, okay, now I know I have thought this like so many times, now it has to pop in physical reality, because it doesn't work like that. Because what's behind that? Behind that is non-belief and distrust. You have to trust and you have to let go and go do something completely different than the thing that you want so badly create. God already heard you. The universe already knows all of your deepest wishes, because you cannot disconnect from it. You are it. It is you. It feels your every feeling, your every emotion, your every wish, your every desire. Frustration causes more to be frustrated about, and your new thoughts and beliefs will cause your new reality. Okay, I think you get the point. Now, the second thing, 6 minutes, that's fine. The second thing I want to do now is read from my new book. I am writing a new book, so you might know that I released one recently, Words Create Worlds, and the link is in the description, should you be interested. And now I'm writing a book called The Truth Will Set You Free. And just as in Words Create Worlds, and just as in any book that you read on metaphysical teachings, apart from, I would say, the Bible and the Seth material, this is not new. Nothing that you read and hear about metaphysical teachings is new. It is all what has been said through the ages by the wise people. It is the truth, and the truth is the truth, and it will always be there. These are my words. This is what helps me and what helped me to consciously create my reality. And I want to read to you one chapter from it, and it's chapter 15, Cause and Effect. And I might change it a little in the course of time, but this is the big gist. So, chapter 15, Cause and Effect. The cause and effect definition as we learned it holds no ground in the world of a conscious creator. And you know why? Because everything is now. Just now hasn't caused the later now. What causes anything is your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs about it. There are multiple probabilities alive and possible right now. The one that you are experiencing now is the one you're focused at through your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs. This is an interesting one because it means a complete 180 from what you're used to believe. So what is best in this case with this concept is go slow and first get used to this idea. And every time that you hear yourself drawing a conclusion, say to yourself, stop, no. This doesn't have to happen this way because there is no cause and effect. There can't be in a time-space reality where there is no linear time. There is only now. So, let me repeat for one moment. So what is best in this case is go slow and first just get used to the idea that every time you hear yourself drawing a conclusion based on something, you say stop, no. This doesn't have to happen this way because there is no cause and effect as I've been taught. There's only now, and now I choose to feel free from any effects I think that this may cause. When you have that down, and you feel you have that down, you can start to fill in your future, your next now, with new ideas, feelings, and beliefs. You know that how reality follows anything is through what feels logic. It can't come to us otherwise. It has to follow certain rules, otherwise, in our world, it wouldn't make sense. That's just a frame, those are just agreements. Let me explain with an example. And this example is with regards to money. Let's say you think you ran out of money, and you think you ran out of money because you bought all of these things, and one of these things is a couch. You won't get your paycheck for a while, so let's say the end of the month, so you assume you're going to be out of money until your next paycheck comes in. You don't have any side gigs, so you just assume, okay, I'm out of money until the end of the month. This is old world cause and effect thinking. First of all, you don't have to be out of money at this point because of the couch that you bought. One reason, from a new perspective, is because you also could have chosen the version of you, everything is now. Remember, all probabilities exist now, and the one that you experience is the one that you're focused on. So you could have also chosen a version of you that has a bank account that has more than enough savings on it for you to easily pay for everything that you bought, including this couch. Or you could have chosen a version of the reality where your neighbor had returned the money to you that he borrowed, and you easily could have bought this couch without going into any, I spent all of my money. Or you could have chosen a version of reality where you have gotten a tax refund. And no biggie here. What would not be a possibility, because we follow the rules of reality where we are living now on planet Earth, is that the couch would have just appeared in your living room after you have thought of it. Or that the money for it would have appeared out of a hole in the floor, and you collected the money, and then the hole in the floor would have closed as soon as you collected the money. So remember what Neville said about this? If you know Neville Goddard, but I think you do, that things will come to you in a way that you would say, of course it came this way. Yeah, it couldn't be any different. It's logical. Until you wake up and you know that it was you who has caused this with your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs about it. So, what I didn't include in this chapter, but I might, is, so how then do you do that? So how then do you go to, okay, but I bought all of these things. The physical reality, I look at my bank statement, and the physical reality shows me, 13 minutes, I'm gonna breien eind on this. The physical reality shows you proof of, yeah, but my bank account is empty now. I have proof. Just detach from it. Understand that everything first happens in framework 2 and is there fully. Detach from it. Just feel calm and say to yourself, no, I know how this works. Cause and effect works differently. So I might not see it now. It might seem that it's empty, but I know that money will come my way, and even before the end of the month, before this paycheck is in, I will have more funds again. And you let it go. You do that by feeling peaceful and letting it be, and not checking constantly like, okay, I thought this, I created this, why isn't there? Because that's completely the opposite of what you're doing. That is like first saying, I'm trusting that I can change this through the real rules of how reality works, which is through my thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. And then on the other hand, you start checking and controlling and not believing, which is counteractive. I think I used this example also in another video of mine of Joseph Murphy. Maybe it was even the last video. Joseph Murphy, who gives the example of that with our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, you can imagine you're in an elevator. And with one thought, you say, I want to go to the basement. And with another thought, you say, I want to go to the 12th floor. And then you have a different thought that says, maybe let's go to the 5th floor. And all of a sudden, the elevator is going up, down, up, down, up, down. And it doesn't know on which floor to stop because you're not focused on where you want to be and stay. So, my lovely people, this is the end of the video. I trust that you enjoyed this information, and I'm looking forward to finishing The Truth Will Set You Free. Just like my other book, this writes itself, and I am excited about sharing it with you. I wish you a beautiful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next